Hello students, welcome to this session of Science and Technology. In this session, we'll be discussing about previous year questions from Science and Technology. As we know, Science and Technology's weightage is increasing in prelims, and hence it is becoming a game changer for most of the aspirants. In order to prepare this subject in a good manner, we should have the knowledge of previous year questions that UPSC is asking, so that we can keep ourselves on track. So this session is dedicated towards the previous year questions of Science and Technology. So let us start with our session. What is the importance of using pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in India? So pneumococcal conjugate vaccine is used for the diseases caused by pneumococcal bacteria, and those diseases are pneumonia, meningitis, septic, etc. Right? So those diseases are prevented. We will be able to prevent those diseases, and you must be aware of the fact that recently the drive of this vaccination was started in India. So first statement is, these vaccines are effective against pneumonia as well as meningitis and sepsis. So this statement is correct statement, because along with pneumonia, it can also treat or it can also prevent meningitis and sepsis. Second, dependence on antibodies that are not effective against drug resistance, antibiotics, let me read this statement once more. Second statement, dependence on antibiotics that are not effective against drug resistant bacteria can be reduced. Yes, this is also true with respect to pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, because if we are using vaccine, then our dependency on those antibiotics for which the pathogens have started showing resistance will decrease. Our dependence on those antibiotics will decrease, and hence second statement is also correct statement. Third, these vaccines have no side effect and cause no allergic reaction. So this is quite an extreme statement, because if in few children it is not able to show any allergy or side effect, there will be certain other instances where we'll be able to find these allergies or side effects, and that's why third statement is incorrect statement. Hence answer is 1 and 2 only mentioned in option B. Right, so you can go through this, but let me discuss what are conjugate vaccines. So these days vaccines are quite important, because the drive for vaccination for COVID-19 is undergoing. So what are conjugate vaccines? So conjugate vaccines are developed for certain bacteria. So it is for those bacteria antigens with an outer coating of sugar-like substance called polysaccharides. So there are certain bacteria who have a sugar coating of polysaccharides, and as a result of this sugar coating of polysaccharides, people or children who have weak immune system will not be able to identify these bacteria because of the coating of the polysaccharides. And hence, what we can do for these bacteria, how we can prevent the diseases caused by these bacteria. We can make sure that there is conjugate of a bacteria which is covered with polysaccharide with the known bacteria, so that when the vaccines are introduced in the body of children, the immune system of children will be able to identify the known bacteria as well as the conjugate, or as well as the bacteria with the covering of polysaccharides. And that is how the immune system will be taught about the pneumococcal bacteria, right? So this type of coating disguises the antigen, making it hard for a young child's immature immune system to recognize it and respond for it. Conjugate vaccines are effective for these types of bacteria because they connect. What conjugate vaccines do? They connect the polysaccharides to antigens that the immune system responds to very well, right? So what we'll be doing? We will be connecting these polysaccharides or the bacteria with the covering of polysaccharides with such antigen which is identified by child's immature immune system in a better way. And based upon this identification, even the immune system will be treated for or will be taught about the polysaccharides. And based upon that, if in future there is any attack by the bacteria with the covering of polysaccharides, the child's immune system will be able to produce effective response against that bacteria. And that is the idea behind conjugate vaccines, right? So the most famous conjugate vaccine that is being used is Haemophilus influenza type B, that means HIB vaccine.